Get this thing started. Real quick, a couple of ground rules. First off, the bathroom is right in here if you need to use the potty. If you notice, there's some like really high chairs back there where Steve, raise your hand. That's kind of the dividing line. If you want to sit down and listen and really concentrate on the music, please sit forward of that. If you want to visit, please go kind of in the back. So that's kind of our dividing line there, the Mason-Dixon line where Steve is. So other than that, y'all please welcome from Mississippi, Mr. Matt Hoggatt.
The dog back there is part of the show. I can't tell you how hard it is to get one, and every time I visit to bark at the right time. It's much easier to get my kids to do things than it is to get the dogs to bark like that. Everybody here okay? Y'all make some noise for John Boy back there. He is the, I learned this term the other day. Actually, I forgot it. He is the fulcrum, I believe, is what you call the stone at the top of the arch. Did I get that right? Anybody out there know? The one that holds the arch together? Well, he's not the fulcrum, but he's one of those other rocks that's kind of around the fulcrum. Usually the drunk rock that's at the bottom that takes all the credit for the one at the top. That's the John Boy rock. I'm just kidding. He is the man behind just about everything that I do these days, and glad to know him. So here we go. You know, I got this woman, she's a real big deal. She can work a bobber on a Zebco reel, start a boat motor with just one yank, and fix a broke-ass paddle in a whiskey drink. But chilling in the kitchen in a cut-off jeans, she gets to me hotter than fish grease. She was born in Mississippi near that Bama line, learned to fry brim in mama's cast iron. Starts with a batter in a paper sack, shakes up them fillets and lays them flat. When the skillet gets to popping, I can hardly breathe. She gets to me hotter than fish grease. She's my woman and I'm her man. Cooks up my lovin' in a frying pan, standing in the kitchen with a smile and two bare feet, serving up heaven on a paper plate. When supper time comes, I can hardly wait. There's just something about that woman's recipe, gets me hotter than fish grease. Where's my dog at back there? Alright, y'all feed the dog a bone, y'all. You know, chicken McNuggets was her favorite dish, till we got married and she learned how to fish. And now she sits by that riverbank, just catching them channel cat with live bait. The freshwater angel country dream, she gets to me hotter than fish grease. She'll take a little bit of Tony's and some Zatarans and have you eating right out the palm of her hand. Yeah, her French fried taters are golden brown, and those hush puppies make me bark like a hound. Where's the dog at right now when you need him, man? You're fired. You're going to the shelter next week, man. Fur Babies Anonymous coming to get you. Yeah, she looks good at 350 degrees, hotter than fish grease. She's my woman and I'm her man. Cooks up my lovin' in a frying pan, standing in the kitchen with a smile and two bare feet, serving up heaven on a paper plate. When supper time comes, I can hardly wait. Yeah, there's just something about that woman's recipe. You know you can't get those ingredients at the Piggly Wiggly. Yeah, she's hotter than fish grease, hotter than fish True story song. I don't know if y'all know it or not, but one of my life goals on this planet was to make enough money to buy a yellow Cadillac. I thought maybe if I could do that, I'd be like Elvis or something. I never got a yellow Cadillac, but I did get a used silver Cadillac, which is parked out there. And last week, I was the proud owner of a yellow Cadillac because I walked outside and pollen had taken over the entire damn thing. And the moment I saw that pollen, I started feeling like crap. So tonight, guys, I know y'all came to hear all my slow love songs and whatnot, but I figured, you know, I'm probably going to lean a little heavier on the grocery store, parrot head type, let's drink some beer songs than more of my Prince repertoire. So if you came to hear my Prince songs, I'm just going to tell you right now, you at the wrong show. Because I got a little bit of what we call congestion going on. But you know what? I had some good brisket earlier and I'm feeling better already. My guitar sounds like somebody just stirred up a big old pot of gumbo with it. I don't know what in the hell's going on. It's crazy out here. It's America. This is a little song I wrote about myself. How'd you know? You been reading my mail? You're dead on the money, man. Go get yourself a free biscuit. I got a brand new Chevrolet pickup truck and a Yeti cooler full of beer. Snakeskin boots and a pocket full of hard-earned cash. Yeah, but people just laugh at me when I go cruising down on the beach. 'Cause it's hard to look cool when you can't see over the dash. Yeah, I'm little, a little bit little. Yeah, size don't matter till you start getting fatter in the middle. You know, big things come in small packages, like dynamite and cocktail sausages. I'm little bit little. You know how hard it is to rhyme something with the word packages? In English, anyway, it's damn near impossible. So if you heard me say sausages, I don't talk that way normally. I just had to bend the word a little bit to fit it into the rhyme. The guy out there that predicted the short song, raise your hand out there. Where you at? Who knew I was about to play a short song? I heard somebody say it out there. Come on now, plug your hearing aid in. I'm talking to you, buddy. I just want to explain the meaning of this song before you get real deep into it and start crying or anything. Here we go. I got a little bitty brown wiener dog, little legs about a 1 inch long. Drags her belly when she walks out in the backyard. I almost killed her back in 2010, trying to teach that dog to swim. Ended up learning that life can sure be hard. But you're little bit little. Yeah, she can't roll over, jump on the sofa or the kennel. You never see her chase a ball. All she wants to do is sleep all day long. She's little bit little. This goes out to anybody that ever met their spouse on the internet right here. Or there's somebody out here that met their loved one on a .com address. It's all good. That's today's drive-in picture show, you know. Well, I met me a girl on the internet, and I took her to a picture show. After it was over, we were making out in her car. Well, things quickly started heating up. When I pulled it out, she started cracking up. Said she never seen such a little bitty guitar. It was little bit little. Just a 12-fret Martin, but it sure does ring like a fiddle. It ain't the sound of the notes you play, it's how you look while you're banging away. We're all little bit little. This has been a short song. Height challenged rendition of When You're a Little Blues. I don't know what anybody talks about that goes on TV and they say, I got an easy job, I'm a musician. Sometimes it's hard. Like right now, I just had a fire ant climb on top of the microphone while I'm singing the song, making fun of my height. And I could have been bit to death in the middle of a short joke on myself, you know? And I'm thinking, well, that's a hell of a way to go out. I don't even have life insurance. I might should get some on the way home. It's like crazy. It sure is good to be here in Clear Lake Shores, Texas. I love coming down this way. I love the Lone Star State. I noticed coming into town, I guess that's in Kima when you're coming into town, they have a building on the right-hand side of the road that's like divided in two. And half of the building sells like pesticides and the other side of the building sells guns. Does anybody know this building I'm talking about? I want to hang out with that dude, you know? And then if that doesn't suit your fancy, you can walk right next door and get some fencing at the something another fence company, and if that just ain't made your day, you can just walk next door and get yourself a Subway over at some kind of sub and salad shop that's right next door. But I've thought to myself, I want to be that guy that comes up with the idea of, little Johnny, what do you want to do when you grow up? And I'm going to say, I want to sell pesticides and handguns. Because if I can't kill a rat by shooting him, I'm going to spray him to death. I think that's America right there. I hope that guy's getting some kind of small business kickback incentive, governmental payout or something for coming up with that idea. He's been in business as long as I've been playing here. I don't know who it is. Could be a sweet old lady for all I know. But I'll tell you this, if I ever get to stop by there one day when I'm not on my way to a gig and kind of pressed for time, I'm going to go in there and kiss whoever it is that owns that place on the cheek. Not on the lips, because I don't want to get shot or sprayed. I was coming through Texas on a Saturday day, heading on down to Clear Lake Shores to play at a place called the One-Eyed Lizard, and highway something other I don't really know. I got a GPS and that thing tell me where to go. Yeah, them Louisiana drivers tend to tick me off. To drive like they all think the drunk playing golf. Run you off the interstate and hitting the bridge. I think I'm gonna go to jail if I drive through there again. But hell, I'm in Texas and I'm feeling pretty good today. Head down to Tukey's or Mookie's or whatever the name of that place is by T-Bone Tom's. I heard they got a band playing late at night, and you can go there and meet single moms. I don't know why I said that, it rhymed, can't blame it on me. I'm gonna get me some 7 fleece spray and a 1911 45 today. I'm gonna drive out to Galveston and try them out. Drink a little beer, catch a little trout. What's it all about? Hell if I know. This is the Welcome to Clear Lake Shores Song Show. Ho, ho, ho. I know a guy named John Boy, he can dance. He's always wearing them cut-off camo pants. Got 17 pairs up in his closet. There ain't nothing in the dictionary rhymes a closet, but if you can figure it out, I'd like to know after the show. Oh, damn it, Earl's rocking that light blue shirt. If you pinch him on the booty, it might just hurt. Cause he's drinking that rum and tequila out the bottle. Gonna get drunk and crazy, going half full throttle. It don't really matter where he lay his head. He lives across the street, that's where you'll find his bed. I had a fire ant climb on my microphone stand. Scared me to death, I almost said gosh dang. But I decided this will be a G-rated show. I'm not gonna cuss or drink or talk about things that you don't should know. That kids are in the house, it's important to raise them right. If we sing too many dirty songs, they might go to jail when they turn 18. And y'all blame it on me after the show sometime tonight. Do 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 do. That's what songwriters do when they don't know what to sing to. Hey, thank you very much. I just wanted to test out a little something I was working on there. I've been coming up to Texas for a while now. I guess this kind of all started for me back in about 2012 when I started playing places outside of my zip code. This has been a real special place for me to go in Texas. And I decided one day that I owed it to everybody that I've met here to probably write a song about Texas. And I thought I'd do that song for y'all tonight, if that's okay. The only real problem with it is the damn song's not really about Texas. Because I couldn't find anything that rhymed with the word Texas except for Lexus and sexist. Exes, but George Strait already did that, and he's a big fella. You don't really want to get in a bar fight with him, even if he is old. His lawyers would call my lawyers. I don't even have a lawyer, I have a mechanic, you know, it just gets ugly. So this is a song about Alabama Civil War soldier, but the entire thing was going to be about Texas, but I'm going to work on that for you guys, and I'm going to come back again next time, and I'll have probably a song about, you know, Michigan or something. If you're like me, a lot of times I watch Netflix late at night. That's kind of how I unwind. And I was watching the Civil War series on Netflix by Ken Burns. I think he's related to John Burns somehow. Probably so. And got captivated by it. I guess you could say I binge watched the episode in a couple of days. Came out in the 90s, I believe. It had a guy by the name of Shelby Foote that was narrating a lot of the Civil War history. Made me think about those soldiers out there. Nowadays we get over politicized thinking about what was right or wrong. I wanted to write a song about just a 16 or a 17-year-old kid that went to fight for a cause, and maybe what that might have been like for him. Here it is. Pick up your guns, don't be afraid. Put on a smile and your rebel gray. We're going to fight those Billy Yanks. God bless Alabama. Keep your whistle wet and your powder dry. Sing a little Dixie marching by. If the land of cotton is where I die. God bless Alabama. Oh, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Look away, back to sweet home, Alabama. Well, I had me a girl up in Selma town. I left her there in her wedding gown. Said I'd be back home when things cool down. Right back to Alabama. But that was about 6 months ago. Now we're fighting out in the snow. And when's it gonna end, boys? I don't know. I just dream about Alabama. Oh, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Look away, back to sweet home, Alabama. Well, I've seen a bunch of my brothers fall, sent up to heaven by a mini ball, and I hope that the good Lord took them all right back to Alabama. Well, they say we're surrounded, but what the hell? I'm gonna give them my musket and a rebel yell, and be back home in just a spell, right back to Alabama. Oh, look away, look away, look away, Dixieland. Look away, back to sweet home, Alabama. Well, they buried us up in Boston town, in a shallow grave in a frozen ground. My body's there, but my soul is found right back in Alabama. Bravo. Thank you, guys. Old Black Santa Claus up here ain't much for handing the fella a Powerade drink, is he? I guess that's what that is. I don't know. Sometimes, you know, be careful. Yeah, I didn't know that was behind me up here. Kind of freaked me out a little bit.
Ask Earl about that. He'll tell you the story about
Earl,
Santa Claus.
tell me about Santa Claus. Oh, Jesus.
I hear a song in the making
That
here.
ain't Santa Claus, that's Black Santa.
Black Santa?
That's his name.
Well, I tell you what, I'm
He's one of our mascots.
gonna do a little song for him.
All right.
Yeah. Well, I tell you what, just gotta be careful with gigs like this, don't you?
I wish I was in Dixie.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little song about I lost my mind up here. You just never know what kind of lawn ornaments you're gonna find behind you on stage from time to time. I was just thinking I played a gig with a garden gnome behind me one day, and I realized that damned if it wasn't just a mirror that was in front of me. You just never know, folks. Said I remember when I used to sit in the government yard down in Trenchtown, over observing all the hypocrites mingle with the good people we meet. Good friends we had, oh good friends we lost along the way. In this great future, you can't forget your past, yeah. So dry your tears, I say. No harm and no cry. 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 Said I remember when we used to sit in the government yard down in Trenchtown, and then Shorty he could make that firelight, logwood burning through the night, and we cook cornmeal porridge, yeah, of which I share with you. In this great future, no, you can't forget your past, yeah. And so I've got to push on through. But while I'm gone, what you think, Black Santa? Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright now. Everything gonna be alright. Everything gonna be alright in the world right now. Everything gonna be alright. in the government yard down in Trenchtown, over observing all the hypocrites, mingle with the good people we meet. Good friends we had and all good friends we lost along the way. In this great future, oh, you can't forget your past now, so dry your tears when I say no warm and no cry. No warm and no cry. No warm and no warm and no warm and no cry. No warm and no cry. Thank you very much. I went to meet this, went up to Nashville one time when I first started writing music back in like 2000 and about 8 or 9. I was going up there and taking these classes from these Nashville songwriters, and basically if you want to be a songwriter in Nashville and you take one of these classes, what you do is you send these people money, they invite you to come hang out, and you play them a bunch of music and they tell you how bad you suck. I got pretty good at that. And so I went up there one time and I was playing some stuff, you know, about grocery stores, or pesticide and gun stores, or you know, beer songs, whatever. They said, "Do you have any love songs?" I said, "Well, I love everything that I've played." And they said, "No, song about love. Do you have any love songs, like up-tempo love ballads, something like Luke Bryan would do?" And I said, "Yeah, I got one of those." And I absolutely don't have one of those. But I did play this song, which is a love song, technically. Because sometimes, if you're married or you got a significant other, the best thing in the world is when you have nothing in common, but you come together and you bring those two opposite personalities together and you make one beautiful thing with it. Usually that tends to be a child. But anyway, this is a love song from a slightly different point of view. She likes fried chicken, served on a paper plate. And I like to taste the fresh boiled shrimp and crawfish etouffee. She likes Coca-Cola, I like ice cold beer. You know, the only thing that we got in common is nothing in common here. She likes Matthew McConaughey, I like Charlie Sheen. She likes listening to Lady Gaga, I like Robert Earl Keen. And she thinks I'm deaf as a fence post, and she's got sensitive ears. You know, the only thing that we got in common is nothing in common here. Yeah, nothing in common, opposites attract. When she's cold, I'm hot, hungry, I'm not, and she don't have to shave her back. Yeah, nothing in common, whenever she's right, I'm wrong. Well, we love each other, but she don't love this song. Well, she likes to shop at the Target, and me, I'd rather shoot at one. And she likes cleaning the kitchen all day, and I like to clean my guns. She likes hunting for bargains, I like hunting for deer. You know, the only thing that we got in common is nothing in common here. Yeah, nothing in common, opposites attract. When she's cold, I'm hot, hungry, I'm not, and she don't have to shave her back. Yeah, nothing in common, Whenever she's right, I'm wrong. Well, we love each other, but she don't love this song. Positively can't stand this song. Hey, thank you. Y'all, if you hadn't tried the food back there, by the way, y'all give it up for Dennis. He did a heck of a job on that brisket. Who had the brisket out there? Raise your hand. So fantastic. I ain't gonna lie to you. I heard that was happening out here. That's why I came out here. Just for that brisket. Brisket, the tasket, the color you want your cask. Some kind of rap song or something going on with brisket in my mind right now. How many of y'all have ever been to a grocery store called the Piggly Wiggly? Anybody ever been to a Piggly Wiggly?
I used to work there.
Did you really? Man. Well, in Mississippi, we love the Piggly Wiggly because that's where we go to pick up chicks. And I'm not talking about chicken breasts either. I'm talking about girls. Actually, that's not entirely true. Walmart came to town, shut them down. Now we got to go to Walmart to meet girls. Well, I was in the grocery store one day and I was observing a few different things going on, and I decided in my lifetime that I probably needed to write songs from just going to the grocery store. I'll give you an example. And I haven't had a lot of people understand the complexity of this story that I'm about to tell you, but I just want you to think really deep for a moment. If we were to go down to another country right now, say Mexico for example, we're down there and we really want to try out some kind of exotic liquor or Mexican beer, but we don't speak the language. We would hope somebody would help us to make a good choice, right? And pick out the right cerveza for the right occasion or the right tequila. Can we all agree on that, you think? Sound about right? Well, I was in the Piggly Wiggly. They were running a sale on O'Doul's non-alcoholic beer. Had it stacked up by the caseload, man. Right there in front of the other beer in the cooler. And I'm thinking they probably got to put that on sale just to sell it in the first place. Well, in walked a Hispanic male and a Hispanic female from Mexico, because that's what they call people from Mexico, is Hispanic. He was a guy, so he was a male, and she was a girl, so she was a female. I have to explain this in depth for some people, so y'all bear with me. And they got to looking at this O'Doul's beer on sale, and I saw the look in his eye. It's the same look I had in my eye when I was in college and found out that Michelob Ultra came out and it was on sale, and that's the same look I had that he had, only the difference was I was looking at real beer and he was looking at fake beer. And he started loading up the buggy with this O'Doul. And the wife is laughing and loving him, and they're hugging each other, and they're thinking we're going to have a party, and I'm like, it's not going to be a fiesta, it's going to be a siesta. So I told him, I said, hey man, no alcoholio. He said, sí, cerveza. I said, no. You don't understand what I'm saying. And I got my phone out. I'm trying to figure out how to Google translate that beer sucks in Spanish. And they don't have an app for that, but they ought to. And I could not get my point across to this guy that, man, that beer doesn't have any kick in it, man. Somebody's going to be mad as hell at the party in about 1 hour if you take that home. And they bought all that O'Doul's beer, and I watched them walk out to the car with it, and they were just as happy as they could be. And I thought to myself right then and there, thank God they didn't buy the Michelob Ultra, because I wanted some of that, and they would have bought all of it. Anyway, my point is, you see some crazy stuff in the grocery stores, don't you? 13-year-old kids with a pacifier in their mouth and a tattoo on their arm, and little babies with guns on their hips and all kind of craziness, and that's just on the barbecue chicken section right there. This is a song about, well, all of that stuff. Well, over on aisle 1 by the hamburger buns, I saw a family of 4. They had a buggy full of Cokes, Cheetos and smokes, and the kids were running wild on the floor. Well, I tried to be polite, I didn't want to start a fight, so I waited as they moved along. And as I reached for the bread, I thought hit my head. Matt Hoggatt, you should be writing this song. So I went to aisle 2 for some cranberry juice and a jar of Peter Pan. I saw a Mexican guy with a patch on his eye buying pig's feet and candied yams. And those bad little kids, man, they all ran and hid when they knocked over the Clorox display. Man, it sure would be nice to pour some in their eyes and wipe that dirty smile off their face. 'Cause I'm stuck in a small town with a Piggly Wiggly blue. Yeah, paper or plastic, it sure sounds tragic, but Lord, it's the truth. Yeah, they'll take all your money, and they'll take your soul too. When you're stuck in a small town with a Piggly Wiggly blue. Well, that express lane girl is in her own little world, daydreaming about the senior prom. And a manager, he hates her 'cause he's too old to date her. And the milk I got to think about that dog barking for a minute and I got the wrong verse out there. There's actually 2 verses to that song. I'm gonna play both of them for you here. Here we go. Well, the express lane girl is in her own little world, daydreaming about the senior prom. And the manager hates her 'cause he's too old to date her, and he still lives at home with his mom. I was trying to figure out between that and this other alternative verse. Maybe y'all can help me figure out which one is right. It goes, and the manager's frustrated 'cause the milk is outdated, and he still lives at home with his mom. So maybe he wants to date her and the milk's outdated. I don't know. Usually that's not the case, though. Anyway, back to the song. But over on aisle 6, they got the margarita mix. And most times that's what I'm in there for. 'Cause everybody can agree when you go to Piggly Wiggly, you're gonna end up in the liquor store. When you're stuck in a small town with a Piggly Wiggly blue. Yeah, paper or plastic, it sure sounds drastic, but Lord, it's the truth. Yeah, they'll take all your money, and they'll take your soul too. When you're stuck in a small town with a Piggly Wiggly blue. Yeah, I'm stuck in a small town with a Piggly Wiggly blues. O'Doul's is on sale. Fiesta La Mañana en español. Hey, thank you. Yeah, that's a true story, man. That dude bought, like, I don't know, at least 10 cases of O'Doul's, and I'm just thinking, well, maybe, maybe he's on, he's trying to cut back on his alcohol intake. But if that's the case, why 10 cases, man? Let me get my other member of my band up here real quick. There we go, right here. I sure do wish that dog would come back and start barking again. I don't know what happened to him. Must have got picked up. Does he bark all the time? Them antifreeze brownies will solve that problem pretty quick. So I've been told. the Kingsmen came together in a garage. They could hardly even play, but they practiced night and day, and pretty soon they got to where they could really play one of them songs called Louie Louie. So they saved up all their money from their shows, went into one of those studios, and gave their version of the song a try. Now, I'm pretty sure that the singer from the Kingsmen didn't know the words to the song Louie Louie, because if he did know the words to the song, he didn't get them right on the record, because on the record they sound completely jumbled in his jaw. He sings, "Me think of me, girl, so constantly. I make, ooh, Well, that last part scared everybody from the PTA to the FBI. You see, kids have been acting really crazy lately, and they had to figure out why. So they launched an investigation, a coalition, to interrogate and try to determine the words to that song, Louie Louie. You know, for the kids. They at least had to try. It's a feel good hit of this endless summer, gets these kids out of control. Singing along to that Star-Spangled Bomber. Hail, hail, rock and roll. Marilyn Manson's name isn't even Marilyn Manson. He's a skinny Catholic high school kid from New Jersey. And like a bunch of other skinny high school kids, he got sick and tired of going out every weekend to see the football players get all the girls. So what did he do? He started a band, man. Now he gets all the chicks. They're pretty weird chicks, but they're chicks nonetheless. A few years later, a couple of latchkey kids go tragically mad, and everybody's gathered around the TV store trying to figure out what went wrong. And one guy says, "Man, do you think the life of a kid could have gotten that bad?" He said, "No, it's probably just the words to one of those Marilyn Manson songs. You know the one. But it's a feel good hit of this endless summer, gets these kids out of control. Singing along to that Star-Spangled Bomber. Hail, hail, rock and roll." Every few years, our country and some other country finds itself at war with each other. And when they find themselves at war with each other, they start firing off all their newest weapons. And when that happens, people get shot. When people get shot, they show it a lot. Every night on the news at 6 o'clock, we don't even have to be 18 to see it. You could be in the first grade. In the first grade, where they teach a kid to survive and the tools he needs to thrive in a world where only the meager shall survive and inherit the earth. Until they go to school once more on Sunday, where he wears a suit and a tie, and they make him listen to a fellow that tells him where people are going to go when he dies. Now, by that time, the kid doesn't know what anything's worth. So brothers and sisters, I don't even know the words to that damn song, Louie Louie. But I can tell you without batting an eye that the next time I go sing karaoke in a bar somewhere, it's probably going to be something else, probably some kind of Eminem song, because all you got to do is go, and people just bob their heads and keep on drinking. It's pretty easy business out there, I heard. And it's a feel good hit of this endless summer, gets those kids out of control. Singing along to that Star-Spangled Bomber. Hail, hail, rock and roll. Hoggatt's another song. She handled herself well, being handled by two guards. She still looked like a prom queen in the back of the sheriff's car. And there's a crowd lined up from the courthouse to the jailhouse down the street. And how could they talk so bad about a girl who was so sweet? Rita's heart turned to ice on a hot night in July. She did what she had to do, they don't believe the reasons why. How he used her for a doormat when he was sober enough to walk. Far as I'm concerned, he was Rita's only fault. You know I've always loved her, and one time she loved me too. But those first loves never let you go the way the others do. She left me for the quarterback. Oh, I remember him back in school. Oh, he had a shiny car and a fast smile, but I always knew he was a fool. Rita's heart turned to ice on a hot night in July. She did what she had to do, they don't believe the reasons why. How he used her for a doormat when he was sober enough to walk. Far as I'm concerned, he was Rita's only fault. I go to see her on Sunday, I see the teardrops in her eyes, and I can see the same sweet smile hell can't disguise. If I'd have only known, well, I'd have done him in myself, and I'd proudly take her place in that cold gray cell. Rita's heart turned to ice on a hot night in July. Did what she had to do, they don't believe the reasons why. I used her for a doormat when he was sober enough to walk. Far as I'm concerned, he was Rita's only fault. Far as I can tell, he was Rita's only fault. She handled herself well, being handled by two guards. Hey, thank you. Anybody ever been down to the, let's see, the, what is the name? Panama City Beach, Margaritaville before? Anybody ever been down there? Pretty awesome place. Got the chance to play down there one time, and I got to the restaurant, and the manager came out, and he was a really nice guy. He was trying to accommodate me and my bandmates. We were in a minivan at that time. It was my wife's minivan. Wasn't real proud of it. Had a Mary Kay cosmetic sticker on the back. Hard to be cool and some shit like that. So can I say that around here? Sorry about that. Had that Mary Kay sticker. It had one on there that said "Woman to Blame." Then it had little stick figure, soccer ball kids, and all that mess, you know. And we're going down the road to sing beer songs at a bar, you know. Well, anyway, the manager told me that I could park in the fire lane while I unloaded my gear, so I did. And I intended to move my van directly after we loaded in, but he told me I could just remain there for the duration of our show because parking was a premium option out there at the time. So I stayed there. After we got done with the gig, we got in the minivan, cranked it up, to some Taylor Swift or whatever my wife had in the CD player. Nicki Minaj. Freaking, I don't know what else. The Disney Channel radio show or something. And there was a note on my windshield, under the windshield wiper. And my buddy said, man, I think you got your first piece of fan mail. I went out there and I got this note and I unfolded it. And it said, learn how to park, Helen Keller. Made me so damn mad. I'll tell you what, I'm going to get up right now and put my flip-flop on. That's not anything to do with the song or nothing. My foot was just hurting. I told John Boy specifically, I said, I need a bar stool. My feet can touch the ground. Do y'all see that happening up here? Just kidding. It's all good. Anyway, I got mad about that because I think Helen Keller is an American hero. Probably a saint, in my opinion, truthfully. A real icon of a human being and a testament to things that you can do when you put your mind to it. And some jackass felt the need to put that on a note on my windshield when I had the nerve to be able to park there because the bartender told me I could. And on top of that, he thought I was a chick because I have a Mary Kay sticker on the back of my van. And that was enough to make me write a song. And here it is right here. I don't drive a pickup truck, an SUV or that hybrid stuff. No, my grocery getter is a V6 hell on wheels. She got front wheel drive and rear AC, all the bells and whistles with captain seats, made in the USA with American steel. I'm just a minivan kind of man. Yeah, I'm king of the road, easy to load and part of the family plan. And I can haul my kids around or the members of my band. Black Santa Claus too. I'm just a minivan kind of man. Well, I pulled up this traffic light right next to this jacked up four-wheel drive, and he was begging for my attention with those cherry bombs. Then he rolled down his window to take a wink at me, and then he hit that gas when the light turned green. But he saw real quick that I was definitely not a soccer mom. I'm just a minivan kind of man. Yeah, I'm tactical, practical, and an original 18 fan. And I pity the fool that don't think I'm cool. That's just the way I am. I'm just a minivan kind of man. Well, you can't judge a person these days by the car that they drive. You gotta look a little bit deeper than their dashboard, and you might find you're just a minivan kind of man. Yeah, king of the road and easy to load, part of the family plan. And you can haul your kids around or the members of the Matt Hoggatt band. I'm just a minivan kind of man. I'm just a minivan kind of man. Got chicken McNuggets under my front seat and a couple of Euro cans. You got a problem with the way I roll, I don't give a damn. I'm just a minivan kind of man. Now available for 0% APR financing. Thank you. I had that minivan all the way up for a couple of years when the Jimmy Buffett thing happened, I went on the road and I had to have something I could haul some stuff around in and a couple of people. And so I borrowed my wife's minivan. But the second time I went out, I scraped all them damn stickers off of it in the parking lot of a Stuckey's restaurant off of I-10, somewhere between here and Gulf Shores, Alabama. And I didn't tell her about it. I should have been honest with my wife, you know. And one day she said, "What happened to my stickers that are on the back?" And I was like, "Man, I don't know, man. I guess I've been doing a lot of traveling. I guess they just blew off of there." And she believed it. Then I came out to get my guitar one day, and I couldn't find my guitar to go in a gig. And I said, "Honey, have you seen my guitar?" And she said, "Well, I don't know. I guess it must have just blew off somewhere." I went and bought her another woman to blame sticker. It happens, folks. Yeah, the last time I took that minivan on a trip was to a really safe place called Atlanta, Georgia. And it started breaking down on me when I got outside of the city on the interstate. It was just like bucking and jiving and James Browning pretty hard. And I'm not kidding you guys. I said, there's no way in hell I'm breaking down. I didn't have AAA or nothing. I said, I said, "God, if you let me, I will drive this thing until the wheels burn off in a hellfire and brimstone. But I'm not stopping until I get to Goshen, Mississippi. And when I get to Goshen, Mississippi, I'll do what I got to do, but I'm not going to break down outside my home." I drove from Atlanta, Georgia, all the way home, and when I got off the interstate in my hometown, my car died. The van died. Swear to God. Left it there, and it's still there to this day. Not really. It's somewhere else, probably in somebody else's garage right now. They're probably putting Mary Kay stickers on it.
I'm waiting on TV.
Every Monday morning I wake up mad. The weekends, they go by so fast. I wish I could punch that snooze till Friday came. As soon as the 5 o'clock whistle blows, I'm heading down to the liquor store to get me a bottle of something with a Mexican name. And I'm taking my blender on up a bender, chase my troubles away with a little Patron. Talking about a blender and a bender, living life like a Jimmy Buffett song. Well, I used to watch the morning news, and now it just gives me the blues, hearing about Donald Trump and politics. Well, I know what this country needs. Let's throw away the remote star TVs and spend more time pressing buttons like blend and mix. And take your blender on up a bender, chase your troubles away with a little Patron. Talking about a blender and a like a Jimmy Buffett song. Well, I was sitting at my house about a month ago, just paying my bills and writing this song, and thinking about all that grass I was needing to mow. And I got a phone call from Johnny B. He said, "Come on down to Clear Lake Shores, Texas with me to the One-Eyed Lizard and put on a hell of a show." And I took my blender on a bender, chased my troubles away with a little Patron. Talking about a blender and a bender, living life like Sure does feel good out here too. I tell you what, it's kind of hot back in my house this past week. Freezing cold in the daytime, really hot at nighttime. Everybody's got pneumonia. Mississippi. Tell you what. I got some different kinds of CDs back there. I found, you know, a lot of times you see these musicians, these famous ones, the guys that have a lot of money and stuff, and they'll say they were digging around in the studio and they found some songs they recorded that were never released before. Well, that kind of happened to me one time too. My studio's the pantry at my house. And found a lot of shit one weekend. Macaroni and cheese, some Slim Jims. And, arguably I did find a couple of CDs of mine. And I got a couple of them up here with me tonight. It's an album I did back in 2008 called Live from the Homestead. I thought that was a cool way of saying I recorded this in my house. But I had a Nashville guy come down and set up a studio in my living room at the time, and I just did I think there's 11 songs on there, and the reason there's 11 songs is because I knew 11 songs. I literally played every one I did. Some of them are pretty bad, some of them are okay, some of them later got different legs on them, and I still play to this day. My Hurricane Katrina song was one of them, and one of them I ended up doing with Mac McAnally called Born on the Singing River. It's on there, but it has a different title. But if you're interested in hearing a different take on what I used to be, it's available there. Now, I didn't bring the macaroni and cheese with me that I found in the pantry, but you can go get your own damn macaroni and cheese. This is a song off that record. It's kind of sad, so you might want to drink a little tequila too. Packed a car, paying special mind to the things her daddy gave, and hit the road. She left her key laying on the counter with a ring that he had bought her and a note that said, damn this house, and damn the man you always tried to be. If it wasn't good enough for you, why the hell should it be good enough for me? With all this pain, it's a wonder it don't make Mississippi rain. When he got home, he found the front door open, all of the lights were on. But she was gone. And in the kitchen, light by candle, he drank more than he could handle and wrote this song. He said, damn this house, and damn the man you've always tried to be. If it wasn't good enough for you, why the hell should it be good enough for me? With all this pain, it's a wonder it don't make Mississippi rain. Well, the days went by and the pain got less, the memories washed away, and everything that they once were was gone away. Damn this house, damn the man I've always tried to be. If it wasn't good enough for her, why the hell should it be good enough for me? With all this pain, it's a wonder it don't make Mississippi rain. Thank you. Okay, cool. many of y'all got kids out there? Anybody got kids? Anybody think about making some later tonight? I've heard people go, woohoo, shut up, honey. You get in a lot of trouble for answering a question like that if you're not prepared. I got 3 kids, and I tell you what, I always heard my mom and dad say this, and I heard a lot of other people say it, and I thought, didn't really think much about this statement, but boy, they do sure grow up fast, don't they? I mean, before you know it. I just wrote this song. I've never played this song in this part. I've only played it in Texas once, and it was at the Lone Star Luau last. Actually, I didn't play this song at the Lone Star Luau. I forgot to do it. This is the first time I ever played this song in Texas. That's a true story song, and it goes out to anybody that's got kids growing up too fast. Or maybe not fast enough. That's a different song, I think. It's a blues song. Well, my son is a deadbeat loser, working down at the Papa John's. He's bumming money from me to go buy some weed, and he's never getting off to John. He's a dirtbag child. I'll work on that one. I'll have that one done by next time. I got a good kids. This is a good kid song. When I was 16, I had a pickup truck. I drove around town with the radio up playing Pearl Jam, Eddie Vedder Man, yeah, Jeremy Spoken. In my hometown there wasn't much to do but grab a Mickey D's burger and a Mountain Dew at the pool hall, playing 9-ball if a table was open. You spend 12 years listening to teachers ramble on, and one day you graduate and you're out there on your own. And just like that, you grow up, meet somebody, and you fall in love and buy a wedding band. Then you make a plan for 2 pink lines in a minivan. Just like that, you're buying a house with a little bit of saved up money down, and you watch your kids grow up way too fast. Just like that. Just like that. Turning 30, man, that felt old. The 40 came along and took control. You're gonna get there with gray hair, yeah, looking in the mirror, it's clear. The circle of life is a story itself, like the Dr. Seuss book on my shelf used to be mine. Now at bedtime, my kids turn the pages, it's outrageous. One day you're rocking your little one to sleep. Next thing you know, you're buying a Barbie Jeep, and just like that, they grow up, meet somebody, and they fall in love and buy a wedding band. Then they make a plan for 2 pink lines in a minivan. Just like that, they're buying a house with a little bit of saved up money down, and they watch their kids grow up way too fast. Just like that. Just like that. Looking back on yesterday, oh, it seems so long ago. What happened to the younger me that the older me used to know? 'Cause just like that, I grew up, met somebody and fell in love. I bought a wedding band and I made a plan. I traded in my truck for a minivan. Just like that, we bought a house with a little bit of saved up money down, and then watching our kids grow up way too fast. Just like that. Just like that. Just like that. Thank you. my memory serves me correctly, that'd be the second song I've done tonight about a van. They say things happen in threes. I gave a girl a ride in my wagon. She jumped in and took control. She was tired, her mind was dragging. I said, get some sleep and we'll head on down the road. Like a picture she was laying there, the sunlight dancing off her hair. I woke up and took me by the hand, made love in my Chevy van, and that's alright by me. Her young face was just like an angel. Her long legs, they were tan and brown. You best keep your eyes on the road, boy. You best slow this vehicle down. Like a picture she was laying there, the sunlight dancing off her hair. I woke up and took me by the hand, made love in my Chevy van, and that's alright by me. I put her out in a town that was so small, you could roll a rock from end to end. Just a dirt road, Main Street, dropped her off in her bare feet. And it's a crying shame I ain't going through there again. Like a picture she was laying there, the sunlight dancing off her hair. I woke up and took me by the hand, made love in my Chevy van, and that's alright by me. Like a picture she was laying there, the sunlight dancing off her hair. Woke up and took me by the hand, made love in my minivan, and that's alright by me. Mary Kay stickers on the back. Woman to blame. Whole bunch of coupons for a Wendy's Frosty in the ashtray. Couple of Happy Meal toys wedged in the back seats, uncomfortably sticking your passengers in the ass. Just never know. Alright by me. You fellas sneaking up here for a reason? Oh, John boy, sneaking up with Damn It Earl, looking like they're about to unplug the microphone. I've seen this happen to Hendrix, I've heard it happen to Jimmy. Hope it don't happen to me while I'm up here at the Green Lizard, yo. Like a picture she was standing there, something about some underwear. There's a dog out there, and I'm getting nervous. The John boy and Dad are ready to go. Will the owner of a motorcycle please roll your windows up? All proceeds go to charity. That's my wife's name. Y'all really want to come up here? Come on, guys.
When you're done. We don't know what he's
Go ahead, man. I'm ready. Come on.
He drugged me up here. I don't know.
Just kidding. I psyched him out. Now he's got Huggies, and that damn dog's barking and pretty much in tune. Sounds like a pit bull or a bulldog, or it could be a Shih Tzu. When you combine them together, you get a bullshit. Well, that's what I've heard him say. I'm done, man. Y'all, come on, I'm ready, guys.
Are we scared?
No, you got me. A little nervous.
Don't be scared.
Up here.
Don't be scared.
Come on, guys. Y'all give it up for John Boy and Damn It Earl up here. I'm just kidding.
I'm gonna go get my iPad and turn you off.
You got an announcement to make?
Yeah, we got a little announcement to make. Hey y'all, we appreciate y'all being here. This show is put on by Pirates and Poets. Some of you probably know all about Pirates and Poets. Some of you probably don't. We basically put on shows similar to this. A lot of shows around here and shows really from Port Aransas all the way around to Mexico, actually. New Orleans, Key West, all around. But we appreciate y'all being here, and we want to tell you about a big show we have coming up in September. We have the 2nd annual Galveston Bay Songwriters Festival. Matt Hoggatt will be back for that, along with a lot of other great musicians. Donnie Brewer is going to be playing it. Jerry Diaz, Eric Erdman, Drop Dead Dangerous, Matt Harlan, a lot of great musicians. We had early bird tickets that were on sale for the first 2 or 3 weeks of the month. So for the rest of tonight, this is your last chance to get early bird tickets. If you want to buy an early bird ticket for $60, come see me, and I will sell it to you. Otherwise, you're going to pay $70 from here on out. So Damn It Earl's got some koozies for a few of y'all, some of you at least. So from last year's festival, we appreciate y'all coming out, supporting Pirates and Poets and all the great artists we work with. I think Matt's got another song or two. Then we're going to take a break. Come see us at the merch table. Thank you for being here. It's your stage.
Anyway, back to the song about the minivan. We were up at night. Got any John Prine fans out there? He's got a new album coming out, you know. Got some good stuff on there. Even got a couple of things that my buddy Keith Sykes worked on with him. So go check it out. This is the first John Prine song I ever heard in my entire life. I used to have a buddy that kept telling me, you got to check out John Prine. You got to check out John Prine. I said, I've never heard of him. Who is he? And he told me to look up this song. And this song changed the way I saw things. I knew a girl who was almost a lady, had a way with all the men in her life, and every inch of her blossomed in beauty. She was born on the 4th of July. Well, she lived in an aluminum house trailer, and she worked in a jukebox saloon, and she spent every penny I give her just to see the old man in the moon. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But before my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Well, we go out on Saturday evenings to the drive-in on Route 41, and it's there that I first suspected she'd been doing what she'd already done. She said, Johnny, won't you get me some popcorn? And she knew I had to walk pretty far. But before I could get through the moonlight, she hopped in a foreign sports car. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But before my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Well, you know what? I could have beat up that fella, but it was her that jumped into his car. And so many times I'd fought to protect her, yeah, but this time she'd just gone too far. And some folks, they still call me a coward, 'cause I left her at the drive-in that night. But I'd rather have a few names thrown at me than to fight for a thing that ain't right. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in the dawn's early light. But before my surprise, when I opened my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Now she writes all the fellas love letters, saying greetings and come see her real soon. And they all line up at the bar to spend the night in that sick woman's room. Sometimes I still get awful lonesome, and I wish that she was my girl instead. But she won't ever let me live with her. She makes me live in my head. I used to sleep at the foot of Old Glory and awake in that dawn's early light. But before my surprise, when I opened up my eyes, I was a victim of the great compromise. Thank you. We got any bank robbers in the house tonight? One right here. Either we got one bank robber in the house. Any FBI agents? Anybody in the FBI here tonight? Same guy, bank robber and FBI agent. Well, that sounds about right, sir. Have you thought about working at the Pentagon? Next. This is a true story song right here. I was involved in a bank robbery arrest that occurred several years ago along the Gulf Coast, and this fellow was robbing banks all the way from the great state of Texas to Louisiana to Mississippi. Well, see, I was never good in geometry, so I can't get that right. I mean geography. I can't get that right either. Shit. He was robbing banks between Texas and Alabama. Yeah. Sounds like I'm making this up as I go, don't it? Sometimes I am. This is true though, yeah. Between Texas and Alabama, this guy was robbing banks. He's a homeless guy, so he didn't have like a fancy getaway car or a whole bunch of outfits to change into. He tended to wear the same damn thing every bank he robbed, and then he'd go buy drugs, live in the woods for a day or two till it was broke, and repeat. Now he's in prison. Well, they were looking for these guys because they didn't know it was all one dude. And I got on the internet one day and I saw that, hey man, this is the same guy in Texas that did this in Mobile, that did this in Biloxi, I sent the information over to the FBI agent in charge, and he laughed at me like, what do you know, kid? You're just a little dumb city cop from Goshen, Mississippi. I said, well, it's really worth looking into, because the same guy, either you got a bunch of dudes robbing the banks wearing the same jacket and the same hat with the same pants on, or it's the same dude. Well, you know what? They arrested the guy the next day, and the FBI got all the credit for it. I didn't even get a damn Cracker Barrel discount card or nothing. But I do have this song. Here it goes. They called this guy the Billy Goat Bandit because he never did shave, by the way. So remember that. You'll be tested on this later, folks. Well, the Billy Goat Bandit had a crack pipe habit, and he pulled to the back of the bank, put down a hat and some dark sunglasses, and he wrote down what he wanted to say. Then he walked up to the teller with a note in his hand. Her eyes popped out of her head. It said, give me all the money, don't hit the alarm, and nobody gonna wind up dead. By the time the police made it to the bank, he was already crossed those tracks, dangling a 20 from the driver's side window, trying to buy some old crack. Yeah, but little did he know how the story would go when he turned on the 5 o'clock news. They showed a picture of him with that greasy little grin, saying, "Call us if you got any clues." This is the story of the Billy Goat Bandit and how he came to fame. His beady little eyes and raggedy beard gave him that name. He wasn't trying to be a rich man, he didn't want to hurt anyone. He said all he wanted to do was get high again. He didn't even carry a gun. Yeah, well, 8 banks later, he was sitting in a trailer broker than a pile of glass. The pot-bellied sheriff came on the TV saying, "Boy, we're gonna catch your tail." G-rated show. So they set up a roadblock on every road and they called in the FBI. Later that day, they were scratching their heads when the number went up to 9. This is the story of the Billy Goat Bandit and how he came to fame. Beady little eyes and raggedy beard gave him that name. He wasn't trying to be a rich man, no, he didn't want to hurt anyone. All he wanted to do was get high again. He didn't even carry a gun. Well, this local detective with a fresh perspective found out where that Billy Goat was. So he called up all them guys with the FBI and said, "Fellas, y'all about to be famous." By the time he hung up that telephone, they was hauling the Billy Goat in. You know, the feds got the credit for making the arrest and the sheriff got elected again. Now the Billy Goat Bandit is sitting in prison with no chance for early parole. And that pot-bellied sheriff got greedy himself. Now he got him a cell of his own. They play dominoes at night and they talk about Jesus and all the things they both done wrong. And that local detective went and got a guitar and he's the one that wrote this song. This is the story of the Billy Goat Bandit and how he came to fame. And beady little eyes and raggedy beard gave him that name. He wasn't trying to be a rich man, no, he didn't want to hurt anyone. All he wanted to do is get high again. He didn't even carry a gun. He said all he wanted to do is get high again. No, he didn't even carry a gun. Thank you. Take a short break, be right back.
All right, we're going to take a break. We're here at the One-Eyed Lizard in Clear Lakes, Texas with Matt Hoggatt. Thanks to Pirates and Poets. We're going to take a little break and then we'll be back.